Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is Irfan sir here. I welcome you all in this video lecture on muscle contraction, in which we will be discussing 20 MCQs related with the topic. If you are new on the channel, do subscribe my YouTube channel. Hit the like button as well. Let's get started. Let's read the first question out. तो पहला क्वेश्चन यहाँ पे है, the binding sites for the cross bridges are located on. Let me put it like this. देखिए, this is our line and these are the actin filaments. These are the actin filaments here. And now in between these actin filaments, there are thick filaments known as myosin filaments. So here are thick filaments known as myosin filaments. This is here. So this is actin. So these are actin filaments. This is Z line, and these yellow thick lines are myosin filaments. Actin filaments, they are the part and parcel of the secondary myofilaments, and myosin filaments, they constitute primary myofilaments. And during muscle contraction, secondary myofilaments, that is actin, they slide on primary myofilaments, that is myosin. This is what is muscle contraction is. Now cross bridges, they are located on the myosin filaments, means primary myofilaments. So these are the cross bridges. Say for example here, these are the cross bridges. These are the cross bridges. And these cross bridges of myosin, they have their binding site present on the actin. Means the binding site is here. Here is binding site. So binding site for these cross bridges are present on the actin. So the right answer for this question is option first is correct answer, that is actin. The binding sites for the cross bridges are located on actin. It means these cross bridges, they need to bind with the actin so that the muscle contraction take place. So the right answer is actin. Let's move to the question number 2. Question number 2, when the cross bridges bind to actin, they will pivot in such a manner to cause the actin filaments to slide. This pivoting action causes the actin filaments to slide. First option reads farther apart, second closer together, and third is towards the Z line. क्वेश्चन कहता है कि जब क्रॉस ब्रिड्स एक्टिन के साथ बाइंड करते हैं, मीन्स मायोसिन जब एक्टिन के साथ बाइंड करता है, राइट, दे विल बेसिकली बाइंड इन सच अ वे, एक्टिन फिलामेंट स्लाइड करते हैं, एक्टिन फिलामेंट स्लाइड, और ये पिवटिंग, ये जो बाइंडिंग एक्शन है, इसकी वजह से जो एक्टिन फिलामेंट्स जो स्लाइड करते हैं, क्या ये एक्टिन फिलामेंट्स दे आर मूविंग फार्दर अपार्ट, दूर जा रहे हैं, टुवर्ड्स जेड लाइन जा रहे हैं, या दे आर मूविंग टुवर्ड्स ईच अदर, क्लोजर टुगेदर. लेट अस सी हियर व्हाट हैपन्स. देखिए, जब ये एक्टिन फिलामेंट इट विल मूव इन दिस वे एंड दिस एक्टिन फिलामेंट ये यहाँ की ओर आएगा, ठीक. सो डेफिनेटली दिस सार्कोमियर, द सार्कोमियर, this will decrease in length because actin filaments are heading towards each other, they are getting closer together. Fine, this is what is muscle contraction. When the cross bridges, they bind with the actin filaments, then these actin filaments, they slide on the myosin filaments, and these actin filaments, they get closer to each other. It means the जो actin filaments है, यहाँ पे अब ये यहाँ शिफ्ट होकर ये आगे जाएगा, ये भी आगे जाएगा, ये यहाँ से ये आगे जाएगा, means they will get closer to each other. So the right answer is closer together. Fine. Move to the question third. When muscle contracts upon stimulation, calcium ions bind to dash, which expose the binding sites for the myosin cross bridge to attach to. Muscle contraction के दौरान what happens basically there? Calcium ions किसके साथ bind करते हैं, जिसकी वजह से binding sites expose हो जाती है cross bridge के लिए, ताकि वो binding sites के साथ bind कर पाए. So very simple again. This is Z line. This is Z line. It is actin. Actin here. Actin. Actin. So these are the actin filaments. And in between the two, there are myosin filaments. Myosin. Myosin filaments. And myosin filaments, they have cross bridges. So these are the cross bridges. These are the cross bridges. These cross bridges, they have the binding sites present on the actin. Fine. But these binding sites which are present on the actin, they are hidden. They are kept hidden by the tropomyosin. It means they are not exposed. Now, in order to expose the binding sites for these cross bridges, calcium binds to troponin. No way actin can be an answer. Myosin is not there. Myosin has cross bridges. Actin has binding sites, and those binding sites, they are hidden. And now calcium binds to troponin. When calcium binds to troponin, this binding triggers a muscle contraction, and this binding brings conformational change in the troponin tropomyosin complex, so that the binding sites are exposed, and when they're exposed, they bind with the cross bridges bind with their binding sites, and the sliding takes place and a muscle contraction occurs. So calcium binds with troponin, due to which troponin tropomyosin conformational change occurs, and that change exposes the binding sites on the actin, and the cross bridges bind and the muscle contraction occurs. So the right answer is yes, option third is right, that is troponin. Let's move to the next question. Fourth question. In order to make ATP in muscles, creatine phosphate transfers dash to adenosine diphosphate. C. Creatine phosphate CP. Creatine phosphate is a phosphogen. Phosphogen. Phosphogen means here it is basically, it gives phosphate. It has a phosphate inside in its composition. It can donate, it can give away this phosphate. And to which it can give away this phosphate? It can give away it to, say for example, ADP. And once you add phosphate to ADP, it becomes what? ATP. Fine. So in order to make ATP in muscles, creatine phosphate transfers dash to adenosine diphosphate. So definitely it's going to transfer phosphate to ADP. Once you add phosphate to ADP, it becomes ATP. So it is a ready-made source of ATP in the muscle cells. And ADPs are there, and ADP require one more phosphate, and the phosphate donor is a phosphogen, and which phosphogen? It is creatine phosphate, and this will donate, it will give away the phosphate. जो ऐड होगा फिर ADP को, और ADP plus phosphate जो है, it will form the ATP, and ATP is utilized again by the muscle to undergo the contraction. So the right option is option 2, that is phosphate. Move to the next question. ATP can be made in muscles from stored glucose. In muscles, glucose is stored in the form of, this is simple, no way energy, no way it is creatinine, and it is glycogen. Glucose is stored in the form of glycogen, whether it is in the liver mainly, and in the muscles. Even glucose is stored even in the nephron, in the tubular cells as well. But primarily it is in the liver, and next to liver it is, of course, muscles. Muscles also have glycogen, stored there to basically generate glucose molecules, and in turn glucose will generate ATP molecules. Moving to the question 6th. Lactic acid, a byproduct of cellular respiration, is typically produced during dash respiration. लैक्टिक एसिड जो एक बाई प्रोडक्ट है सेलुलर रेस्पिरेशन का, ये कब प्रोड्यूस होता है? देखिए बेटा, ग्लाइकोलिसिस जो है, आप जानते होंगे, ग्लाइकोलिसिस जो है, ग्लाइकोलिसिस में ग्लूकोज हम कहते हैं कि कन्वर्ट होता है पायरुविक एसिड में, ठीक है. पायरुविक एसिड देन कैन एंटर इनटू माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया, और फिर एरोबिक रेस्पिरेशन होती है, राइट, क्रब्स साइकिल, ETC एंड ऑल दोज रिएक्शंस जिसकी वजह से फिर ATP मॉलिक्यूल्स वहाँ पे बनते हैं. And this pyruvic acid, it can also get converted into lactic acid. Fine. So pyruvic acid is not going into mitochondria, it's not going for aerobic respiration, but it is getting converting into lactic acid. So when it gets converted into lactic acid, it means no way the aerobic respiration is going to take place. So it means lactic acid जो है, ये बाई प्रोडक्ट है सेलुलर रेस्पिरेशन का, ये कब बनेगा? ये बनेगा ड्यूरिंग विच रेस्पिरेशन? एरोबिक, एनारोबिक, आइसोमेट्रिक. सो इट इज एनारोबिक रेस्पिरेशन, जहाँ पे लैक्टिक एसिड एक बाई प्रोडक्ट बन सकता है. आई विल एड टू इट हियर, लैक्टिक एसिड को हम बोलते हैं डेड एंड ऑफ द कार्बोहाइड्रेट मेटाबॉलिज्म. लैक्टिक एसिड इन द मसल सेल्स हैज नो वे टू गेट बैक इनटू द पायरुविक एसिड. लैक्टिक एसिड मसल सेल्स में वापस रिवर्स रिएक्शन नहीं कर सकता है. फाइन. तो लैक्टिक एसिड के लिए एक ही चांस, इट हैज टू कम आउट फ्रॉम द muscle cells, it has to go into the blood, and via blood it reaches into the liver, and where the reverse glycolysis can take place, and glucose can be given back to the muscle cells. But for the muscles, lactic acid we call it as a dead end of the carbohydrate metabolism. So lactic acid जो है ये कब बनता है? तो ये बनता है during anaerobic respiration. Fine. Moving to next question. चलिए दूसरा क्वेश्चन पढ़ते हैं. Calcium ions will cause the troponin tropomyosin complex to move in such a manner as to expose the actin binding sites. The calcium ions are released from the. देखो पहला हिस्सा हम जो क्वेश्चन का वो हम पहले ही इसको डिस्कस कर चुके हैं. कैल्शियम आयंस जो है ट्रोपोनिन के साथ बाइंड करेगा, इसकी बाइंडिंग ट्रिगर करती है, इनिशिएट करती है मसल कॉन्ट्रैक्शन को, जिसकी वजह से ट्रोपोनिन ट्रोपोमायोसिन कॉम्प्लेक्स एक कन्फॉर्मेशनल चेंज में जाता है और ट्रोपोमायोसिन बेसिकली एक्सपोज दिस कन्फॉर्मेशनल चेंज विल एक्सपोज द बाइंडिंग साइट्स. एक्टिन पे जो बाइंडिंग साइट्स होती है वो एक्सपोज हो जाती है और फिर मायोसिन के क्रॉस ब्रिड्स बाइंड कर पाते हैं एंड स्लाइडिंग होती है सेकेंडरी और प्राइमरी, एक्टिन और मायोसिन एंड मसल कॉन्ट्रैक्शन ऑकर्स. नाउ द क्वेश्चन आस्क्स टू अस, क्या बोल रहा है क्वेश्चन? द कैल्शियम आयंस आर रिलीज्ड फ्रॉम. कैल्शियम आयंस कहाँ से आते हैं मसल सेल में? कैल्शियम आयंस कहाँ से आते हैं मसल सेल में? पहला ऑप्शन है सार्कोमियर, दूसरा ऑप्शन है सार्कोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम और तीसरा ऑप्शन है प्री साइनेप्टिक वेसिकल्स ऑफ द एक्सॉन्स. एंड वी नो द राइट आंसर इज सार्कोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम, ER ऑफ द मसल सेल. सार्कोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम इज द स्टोर हाउस ऑफ कैल्शियम इन द मसल सेल और सार्कोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम से ही कैल्शियम बाहर निकलकर कहाँ जाता है? साइटोप्लाज्म ऑफ द मसल सेल, जिसको हम सार्कोप्लाज्म भी बोलते हैं, और फिर इनिशिएट होता है वहाँ पे मसल कॉन्ट्रैक्शन, क्योंकि कैल्शियम फिर बाइंड करता है किसके साथ? ट्रोपोनिन के साथ. फाइन. चलिए दूसरे क्वेश्चन पे जाते हैं अगले. तो क्वेश्चन 8, when a muscle is repeatedly stimulated during its contraction period without permitting relaxation for a very long time, it does not relax. What is that stage called? So means देखिए रिपीटेडली जब कोई मसल हम उसको स्टिमुलेट करेंगे तो विदाउट परमिटिंग, विदाउट अलाउइंग द मसल टू अंडरगो, विदाउट अलाउइंग द मसल टू अंडरगो रिलैक्सेशन, तो मसल जो है यहाँ पे मसल कहाँ रहेगी? मसल विल रिमेन इन द सस्टेन्ड कॉन्ट्रैक्शन. सस्टेन्ड कॉन्ट्रैक्शन में रहेगी मसल. When the muscle will remain under the sustained contraction, what is that called? First option is tetany, second is fatigue, third is strep, and the D option is none of these. The right answer is, dear students, it is tetany. Sustained contraction of the muscle, we call it as a tetany. चलिए दूसरे क्वेश्चन पे जाते हैं. Lactic acid is not produced during which of the series of reactions? Lactic acid किसमें नहीं बनता है? Glycolysis, aerobic respiration, anaerobic respiration. किसमें नहीं बनता है? ऑफ कोर्स द राइट आंसर इज एरोबिक रेस्पिरेशन, क्योंकि लैक्टिक एसिड इसमें नहीं बनेगा, क्योंकि पायरुविक एसिड बन चुका होगा. लैक्टिक एसिड नहीं बनेगा तो पायरुविक एसिड कहाँ जाएगा? माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया में. किसके लिए जाएगा? एरोबिक रेस्पिरेशन के लिए जाएगा. तो एरोबिक रेस्पिरेशन में लैक्टिक एसिड नहीं बनता है. फाइन. मूव टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. दिस हैपेंस इन अ कॉन्ट्रैक्टेड स्केलेटल मसल फाइबर. यानी कि जब स्केलेटल मसल फाइबर कॉन्ट्रैक्शन के लिए जाता है तो क्या होता है वहाँ पे? ए बैंड खत्म हो जाता है, A band vanishes, B option M line vanishes, C option Z zone elongates, and the D option is I band is steady. See, this is a Z line, this is Z line, actin filament, actin filament, this is again actin, ये रहा यहाँ पे actin filament, and now here it is myosin and it is myosin. In sarcomere, there is dark band and there is light band. There is A band and there is I band. A band is a dark band, I band is a light band. देखिए बेटा, यहाँ से लेकर यहाँ तक अगर हम देखेंगे, this is called as a dark band and this is I band or called as a light band. Itself it is a question. ये आपस में ये खुद में एक सवाल है कि आई बैंड का कंपोजिशन क्या है? इज इट प्राइमरी मायोफिलामेंट और सेकेंडरी मायोफिलामेंट? एज यू कैन सी इट इज एक्टिन. तो आई बैंड कंटेन्स ओनली एक्टिन. एक्टिन मीन्स इट कंटेन्स ओनली सेकेंडरी मायोफिलामेंट्स. It does not contain primary myofilaments, means myosin. Now this is A band here, that is a dark band. It contains both. It contains both secondary myofilaments, it contains primary myofilaments. It contains myosin as well as it contains what? It contains actin. Now this dark band, you can see at the middle of the dark band, this portion, it does not contain actin. This portion is called as H zone. Fine, this portion is called as H zone. And at the middle of the H zone, At the middle of the H zone, there is a dark line that is called as M line. So it is here M line. I will repeat. Dark band or A band contains both primary myofilaments and secondary myofilaments. It contains both myosin filaments, it contains actin filaments. So it's dark band. But at the middle of the dark band, there is H zone, a light region is there, H zone is there. But at the middle of the H zone, there is M line, Mittelschiebline, a German word which means middle of the middle. Mittelschiebline, this M line. Now, when the contraction occurs in the skeletal muscle, we know that these actin filaments, they are heading towards each other. They get closer towards each other. When they get closer towards each other, H zone, it disappears. So nowhere the option mentions anywhere H zone disappears. यहाँ पे लिखा है H zone elongates. H zone elongate नहीं हो रहा है, H zone क्या हो रहा है, डिसअपियर हो रहा है. लेकिन जब ये फिर से कॉन्ट्रैक्शन के लिए जाएंगे, विद द रिजल्ट जो M लाइन है, M लाइन भी यहाँ पे वैनिश होती है, क्योंकि M लाइन इज प्रेजेंट विद इन द H zone. So M line vanishes. So it's a right answer for this question is M line. Fine. This is a very important concept, very important question. क्वेश्चन कह रहा है कि स्केलेटल मसल के कॉन्ट्रैक्शन में क्या होगा, एम लाइन वैनिश हो जाएगी, क्योंकि कॉन्ट्रैक्शन में एच जोन खत्म होता है, वैनिश हो रहा है, और एच जोन के मिडल पे एम लाइन होती है, एम लाइन भी खत्म होती है. लेट्स मूव टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. वेयर डज द स्टिमुलेशन ऑफ मसल फाइबर्स बाय अ मोटर न्यूरॉन टेक प्लेस. स्टिमुलेशन कहाँ पे होती है? ऑफ कोर्स this is axon terminal and this is here a muscle, and the junction of the two is called a neuromuscular junction. यहाँ पे stimulation होती है muscle fibers की by a motor neuron. So this is a motor neuron here and this is a muscle fiber here, and this junction is called a neuromuscular junction. So very simple. Where the two meet, where the two exchange information, that's called as a junction, and that junction is called a neuromuscular junction. Very simple. Move to the next question. When a muscle fiber shortens, the following also shortens. When the muscle fiber shortens, the following also shortens. Again, Z line. This is actin, and in between the two is myosin. Myosin. When the contraction occurs, actin filaments, they are heading towards each other. So this was the initial length of the sarcomere. Fine. When they are heading towards each other, the length will definitely decrease. Fine. So it will be now this. So when a muscle fiber shortens, the following also shortens. The answer is sarcomere also shortens. Sarcomere short होता है जब muscle fiber short होता है. ठीक है बेटा. Next question. The ends of the actin filaments are anchored to the. देखिए यहीं पे मैं आपको समझाऊंगा. The ends of the actin filaments are anchored to the. This is a Z line. यहाँ पे ये Z line है, तो ये actin यहाँ पे है. चलिए मैं यहाँ पे फिर से समझाता हूँ. This is Z line, this is Z line, and these are actin filaments, actin filaments, actin. So means actin filaments, the ends of the actin filaments are anchored to, they are anchored to the Z line. So the right answer is Z line. No way it is M line, no way it is perimysium or sarcoplasmic reticulum. So they are anchored to what? Z line. Next question. The sequence of electrical change that occurs along the sarcolemma when a muscle fiber is stimulated is known as. The electrical fluctuations which occur across the sarcolemma, across the plasma membrane of the muscle cell, what is that called? उसको हम क्या बोलते हैं? Fluctuations क्या होती है when the stimulus is given to the muscle fiber? Sodium ions, they start trickling inside initially, and there's a muscle contraction. Sodium ions, they start trickling inside. There's a sodium influx there, and muscle fiber is initially resting membrane potential में हम देखते हैं कि जो muscle fiber initially होता है negatively charged inside होता है and बाहर से positively charged होता है. But when the muscle cell is stimulated, then what happens? The positive charge, it starts trickling inside, neutralizing the inside charge there, negative charge, and this wave of electrical fluctuations, it separates across the sarcolemma, and this electrical fluctuation is called basically action potential. So what action potential is actually, I will tell you. First, it was in a polarized state, negative charge inside and positive charge outside, polarized state. After the stimulus comes, inside it becomes positive now, and outside it starts become what? It goes towards the negative potential. That's called as a basically depolarization. When the muscle contracts, then it gets back to its resting membrane potential. Means it becomes again negatively charged inside and positively charged outside. That's called a repolarization. This depolarization plus repolarization together we call it as action potential. So answer is action potential. Depolarization and repolarization together we call it as an action potential. Move to the next question. Dragging of actin filaments towards M line is termed as. Actin filaments, they are being dragged, they drag towards M line. What is that dragging called? Power stroke, refractory stroke, recovery stroke, none of these. The answer is power stroke, because it does depend on the energy that is generated from the ATP molecule. So it's a power stroke by which actin filaments, they are dragged towards the M line, and eventually the M line vanishes. That is at the middle of the H zone. Next question. In the sliding filament model of muscle contraction, the myofilaments slide over each other, resulting in the overlapping of actin and what? Means simply, according to जो sliding filamentous theory है, हक्सले ने जो दी है, तो इसमें क्या कहा गया? मसल कॉन्ट्रैक्शन कैसे होती है? मसल कॉन्ट्रैक्शन होती है ड्यू टू द स्लाइडिंग ऑफ secondary myofilaments over the primary. Secondary means actin, primary means myosin. So the right answer is myosin. Myosin is the right answer. So the actin slides over the, drags over the myosin. Next question पे जाते हैं हम. Which of the following is thought to be an autoimmune disease of acetylcholine receptors? First option, myasthenia gravis, muscular dystrophy. Third option is fibromyalgia, and the D option is myotonic dystrophy. The right answer for this is myasthenia gravis. It is an autoimmune disorder. इस बीमारी में antibodies are generated against receptors for acetylcholine. Acetylcholine, you know that it is a neurotransmitter. It is secreted by the synaptic vesicles of the motor neuron into the synaptic cleft, where from they bind with the receptors present on the muscle cells, and against those receptors antibodies are generated in a disease that is called myasthenia gravis. Very important question. ये NCERT बेस्ड क्वेश्चन है. NCERT में लिखा गया आपके इसमें myasthenia gravis के बारे में. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे जाते हैं. Which of the following binds calcium ions in a smooth muscle causing contraction? कैल्शियम आयंस के साथ कौन बाइंड करता है स्मूथ मसल में जिसकी वजह से कॉन्ट्रैक्शन होता है? अभी तक मैं आपको बोल रहा था जनरली स्केलेटल मसल में हम बोलते हैं that calcium binds with the troponin and this binding triggers muscle contraction. लेकिन the question specifically talks about what? Smooth muscle. Smooth muscle में calcium किसके साथ bind करता है so that a contraction occurs? The answer is calmodulin. I have discussed in detail a special topic about the smooth muscle contraction and regulation. I will give a link in the description box. Please do watch that video so that concept about the smooth muscle contraction gets clear. Next question पे जाते हैं. An entire skeletal muscle is surrounded by sarcolemma, perimysium is B option, epimysium is C option, and D option is endomysium. So which is the right answer? Let me tell you first. Each muscle fiber or each muscle cell is surrounded by a fibrous tissue which is called as, basically इसको हम simply बोलते हैं endomysium. Then muscle cells, they form bundles, and each bundle is surrounded by a connective tissue known as, we call this as a perimysium. And now the entire muscle it's also surrounded by a connective tissue, and that connective tissue is called epimysium. So the answer is epimysium. So at cellular level, at muscle cell, there is endomysium. Then at bundle level, when the muscles form bundle, each bundle is having a connective tissue covering called perimysium, and the whole muscle is surrounded by a connective tissue covering called epimysium. Right, very important question, can be asked. Last question we will be discussing here. Cross bridges that link between the thick and thin filaments are formed by. यानी क्रॉस ब्रिड्ज जो थिक और थिन फिलामेंट्स को बाइंड करते हैं. थिक मतलब मायोसिन, थिन मतलब एक्टिन. फाइन. तो पहले भी बता चुका हूँ मैं, क्रॉस ब्रिड्ज दे आर द पार्ट ऑफ द मायोसिन फिलामेंट्स. अभी कहाँ से बनते हैं? ठीक है, और फॉर्म्ड बाय. फर्स्ट ऑप्शन इज ग्लोबुलर हेड ऑफ थिक फिलामेंट्स. सेकंड ऑप्शन इज ग्लोबुलर एक्टिन. थर्ड ऑप्शन इज टेल्स ऑफ मायोसिन फिलामेंट्स, एंड द डी ऑप्शन इज एफ एक्टिन. एक्टिन तो हो ही नहीं सकता बिकॉज आई डिड मेंशन ये किसका पार्ट है, ये मायोसिन का पार्ट है। अब यहाँ पे दो ऑप्शंस हैं, ग्लोबुलर हेड ऑफ थिक फिलामेंट्स एंड टेल्स ऑफ मायोसिन फिलामेंट्स। बहुत कंफ्यूजिंग है। सी ऑप्शन में इनने मायोसिन लिखा है, ठीक है, क्वेश्चन में लिखा है मायोसिन, लेकिन ए ऑप्शन में मायोसिन नहीं है। तो यहाँ पे आराम से एक बच्चा जो है वो लिखेगा टेल्स ऑफ मायोसिन फिलामेंट्स। लेकिन जब हम पढ़ते हैं जेनेसिस, जब हम पढ़ते हैं क्रॉस ब्रिड्ज कैसे बनता है, ठीक है, मायोसिन मायोफिलामेंट कैसे बनता है, प्राइमरी मायोफिलामेंट कैसे बनता है, सो वी विल कम टू नो दैट जो मायोसिन होता है इट्स अ प्रोटीन, फाइन, जो इसका ये जो प्रोटीन होता है, जो इस प्रोटीन में बेसिकली 6 पॉलीपेप्टाइड्स होते हैं। द 2 आर बेसिकली हैवी चेन्स एंड द 4 आर लाइट चेन्स। जो इसमें हैवी चेन्स होते हैं, फॉर एग्जांपल आई विल शो यू, right, and so these red, they are the light chains. There are 4 light chains and these 2 heavy chains. This is the tail portion, we can say, and this is the head portion. I'm telling you about the myosin protein. One myosin protein consists of 6 polypeptide chains. Out of the 6, 4 are light chains, light chain, and 2 are heavy chains. So there's a heavy chain. Now these myosin molecules, these myosin proteins, they form primary myofilament, and in the formation of the primary myofilament, इसमें क्या होता है, tails of all the myosin proteins, means this portion, tails of all the myosin proteins, they join and form the body of the primary myofilament. And what is remaining? The heads. The heads, they join and they form the cross bridges. सो सी ऑप्शन क्या कह रहा है यहाँ पे, टेल्स ऑफ मायोसिन फिलामेंट्स। बट टेल्स ऑफ मायोसिन फिलामेंट्स, देखिए मैं आपको यहाँ पे क्लियर कर देता हूँ, ये आई विल मेक इट मोर क्लियर सो दैट यू विल अंडरस्टैंड हियर। सी, सो टॉकिंग अबाउट द टेल्स, all the tails, they join like this, they form the body of the primary myofilament. This is primary myofilament. And what is there now? The head portion, they join and they form cross bridges. These are the cross bridges, and this is the body of the primary myofilament. This is the cross bridge. So cross bridges, they are not formed by the tails of myosin. Tails of myosin से नहीं बनते हैं ये. So there is no other option talking about the head of the myosin filaments. So the right answer is A option, that is globular head of thick filaments. Globular head of what? Thick filaments, उसी से बनता है. So here we complete all the 20 questions. So I hope you are freshening up your concepts, you are revising your concepts, you are learning new things. I hope आपको benefit मिल रहा है मेरे वीडियो से. तो if you like my videos, hit the like button and do subscribe my channel. और अगर आपको कहीं पर भी explanation चाहिए किसी क्वेश्चन के हवाले से, you can write me in comment section. आप comment कर सकते हैं, तो I will answer your queries as well. So see you in the next video lecture with the best 20 questions from some other chapter. I will be most probably I will be taking questions from now cell division and cell cycle. Cell cycle और cell division से अक्सर questions आते हैं नीट में, बहुत important है वो. तो उसमें हम 20 questions next video में हम उसको discuss करेंगे. Till then, Allah Hafiz, take care.